Welcome into SportsCenter. Kevin Nagani here. We have some breaking news in college football that will shock you. Plus, we'll hear from 44-year-old Phillip Rivers making a comeback in Indy. And what's next for the Mets after another star moves on. SportsCenter starts right now.
I know that there's risk involved, obviously, of what may or may not happen. But the only way to find out is going for it.
We start with breaking news in college football. Michigan has fired head football coach Sharone Moore for cause. The school said that an investigation found that Moore had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Moore had been suspended for 3 games and given a 2-year show cause order for his part in the school's scouting and sign stealing scandal just a few years ago. Senior college football writer Pete Thamel is all over this story and joins us now. What details do you have about this investigation and which led to this firing?
Yeah, Kevin, this is something that's been percolating at Michigan for the last couple weeks. There was initial flurry of speculation and an early investigation that died down toward the end of the regular season. There had been a lot of uneasiness on the Michigan staff. Sources had told me Sharone Moore had been acting strange, berating assistant coaches, not acting in a normal way. Things had quieted within the last couple weeks and obviously percolated back up within the last week. And look, I've been around this for a long time. It is rare that you get a statement like the one Michigan had, being as explicit as they are, saying it was an inappropriate relationship with a staff member that led to Sharone Moore's firing. He would have been owed, Kevin, more than $12 million on the 3 years remaining on his initial contract. Michigan will not pay him that money as they're firing him for cause.
All right, Moore was the team's former offensive coordinator, was promoted to the top job after Jim Harbaugh left following the 2023 National Championship. They're getting ready for a bowl game against Texas in the Citrus Bowl. What's going to be the next move here for Michigan, especially after so many top jobs have been filled around the country?
Absolutely, Kevin, and so many extensions have been given around the country, too, for the coaches who didn't go to the top jobs. Look, Michigan is still a premier job in college football, and they are going to have a good pool. They're going to have to act quickly. Obviously, the portal opens on January 2nd. You need to not only have a coach in place by then, but some semblance of a staff as well. They'd be unlikely to go after any playoff coaches. It's too much risk reward if a coach wins, coach loses. Obviously, Kalen DeBoer has been bandied around on the old X machine as one of the top candidates. He's Alabama's head coach. That would appear to be unlikely from a timing perspective. But names like Jeff Brom, names like Eli Drinkwitz, former Michigan coordinator Jed Fish, former Michigan coordinator Jesse Minter, maybe even Clark Lee are a few of the names that will likely come into focus here at Michigan. Expect them to move quickly as the calendar demands it.
And the interim head coach will be Biff Poggi right now, part of that staff. Pete Thamel joining us on the breaking news that Michigan has fired head coach Sharone Moore tonight. Thank you. All right, the big news in the NFL today. 44-year-old Phillip Rivers practicing with the Colts after officially signing to shore up a depleted quarterback room. Rivers has a Hall of Fame resume, but hasn't played since 2020. He spoke today about his surprising return.
It's kind of one of those deals, the door opens and you can either walk through it and find out if you can do it or run from it. And I know that there's risk involved, obviously, of what may or may not happen, but the only way to find out is going for it. And I just felt almost like it was a gift, another opportunity to play and cut it loose with your guys in the game you love to play, and the dream that you got to live. You may get some bonus time. So I really kept it as simple as that in my mind, and here I stand.
On the scene in Indy is Colts reporter Stephen Holder, who joins us now with more. Stephen, what can you tell us about Rivers at practice today?
Kevin, he was no bystander. He jumped right in, and, he's done this a time or two, obviously, and he looked the part. He threw the ball well with velocity. He still has that funky throwing motion that he never lost, but he is still the same guy. Certainly there will be questions about how he can move around and whether he can navigate in the pocket and things like that. But he looks like a guy who is ready to roll, and we did not see anything that indicated that he was out of place today at practice. In fact, he even sort of led the quarterback drills, and I thought took a primary role in leading that group through the individual drills in practice. So he looked ready to go, and he didn't waste any time getting back in the groove.
Okay, some context here, too. It is Wednesday. This is not a preseason game that's coming up next. They're going on the road to face Seattle. What is Rivers saying as he could possibly start this Sunday for the first time in 5 years?
That is a very real possibility. In fact, Rivers said he's operating and preparing as if he is going to start this week. And here's how you know that's a real possibility. Because young Riley Leonard, who certainly relieved Daniel Jones after that Achilles injury last week, he was a full participant in practice today. We know that he's got a knee injury, and that is part of the reason that we're even having this conversation. But he practiced today and seemingly could play, and the Colts are still not committal to him being the starter on Sunday. They are, in fact, evaluating Rivers through this week, and if he looks like he can go and is prepared to go, they are prepared to start him in this game. And one final point, receiver Michael Pittman made a great observation. He said, look, he's been with Shane Steichen, Rivers been with Shane Steichen, the head coach, for so many years. He said, Philip basically invented this offense. So he knows the scheme and is ready to go.
Well, by the way, and he runs this offense with his son's high school team. So he's clearly familiar. If he does start on Sunday, it would be 1,800 days between quarterback starts, third most gap between starts among quarterbacks who did not play between them. Stephen Holder with the very latest on the scene in Indy. All right, take a look at this. The defenses that Rivers and the Colts have upcoming, they're darn good. It all starts with a trip to Seattle, as I mentioned on Sunday, where they face a Seahawks defense that is defensive pressures this season. Let's bring in a defensive guy, two-time Super Bowl champ Booger McFarland joining us. Boog, Rivers just turned 44 years old, not that much younger than you. How do you see the physical and mental part of this game affecting his ability to play?
Well, Kev, first of all, congratulations to Phillip Rivers, because I'm glad he can do it, because I couldn't. I mean, I talk about coming back, but there's no way in hell I could come back. Hope he does well. But here's the thing, though, Kev. It's, to me, this is almost disrespectful to the 2,500 players that are playing this game right now, to say that you can be home, on the couch, sitting down for 5 years, and then all of a sudden say, you know what? I'm going to go play NFL quarterback at the highest level down the stretch run against the Seattle Seahawks, who have one of the best defenses in football. I understand wanting to play. I understand the itch to play. I understand the opportunity based on what happens in Indy, and, you know, Daniel Jones being hurt, and Anthony Richardson is hurt, and Riley Leonard may be hurt. And so now there's this great opportunity. But at some point, I think there's a reason the 2,500 players have been practicing football so far. I wish him well, but something tells me this is not going to end well, man.
Oh, that pass rush, too. How long is he going to hold on to that ball? Again, 44 years old. Boog, you're going to turn 48 next Thursday. You can give us what, one series? I'm going to say 3 plays, right?
Yeah.
Maybe on third down.
Here's the thing about it. If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you need pass rush, I think right now I can give you 3 snaps. The first play of the game, 1 after halftime, and 1 on the last play of the game. 3 snaps.
And the last one's the kneel down.
3.
The last one's the kneel down. Booger McFarland, at least you're honest with us. Thank you so much.